This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to the next session. Let me share my screen. In this session, we'll talk about data type called list. So let me open my PyCharm. Yeah, so list is a data type which stores more than one value in a variable. For example, if I'm defining x equal 10, this is a one variable value. X is storing 10 as a one value. So same way, if I'm defining list cars, so I'm keeping value as a BMW, Honda, then Audi. So this is how we can define list. So list should be in a bracket. List item should be in a bracket and it should be separated with a comma. So let me print list. Okay. So BMW, Honda, and Audi, it got printed. So if you observe this, how the order what I define list in it printed in the same order, right? Let me define an empty list. Empty list, there is, that means there is, I'm not keeping any value inside a list. So just I define in a braces, like bracket. So let me print this list. So it got printed empty, right? Because I have not kept any value inside this list. Okay. So we can have empty list as well. So as I was telling, a string example, a string equal any name. Okay, if you see, this is a string contains a collection of characters, but a list contains collection of value. So it contain collection of data. This is one value, this is another value. This is so these all are the items inside a list, and this is a collection of characters. Okay, so that is the only difference between a string and list. So we can let me access any particular item in a list. For examples, uh, let me just give one markation. Star has. I will show you why I'm doing this. Let me explain you. So print cars of zeroth. So as you know, index will start with 0, 0, 1, 2, right? So at 0th position, I want to print what is the value. I want to see the list what contains at 0th position. Let me see at 1 location, same way 0, because it contains only 3 values. So it will 0, 1, 2. It will start from 0, 0, 1, 2. 3 value it contains. Okay, let me print this. Okay, so we got it BMW, Honda, and Audi, right? These things. So a star has multiplication by 20. Just I wanted to print this 20 times so you can see the make the difference between where it got printed BMW, Honda, and Audi. Okay, let me define another list. Num list 1, comma 2, comma 3, right? So better to give the space if you are defining any name, any variable name, yeah, anything. So give the space at both the locations, and then you can start the working. Okay. So I want to add any two value from the list. Okay. Some number equal. Take the list of 0th position and num list of first positions. Okay, first two numbers I want to print, add. So 0th will give the 1 and num list 1 which will give the 2. Then let me print this sum. Sorry, sum is again a functions inside Python that I am not using. So some number I just printed this addition of 2. So it got printed 3. Fine. Let me print one more list. BMW, Honda, and Audi. So this is my new list. Fine. So I want to at first positions I want to add a new entry. Okay, I want to add bench at first position. So 0th position is BMW, first position is Honda currently, and second position is Audi. So now what I have defined, I have added first position bench. Now let me print the output for more cars. If you see the output, first position bench came, right? It was previously it was Honda, so it replaced Honda is replaced by bench. Okay, Honda got replaced by bench because I allocated instead of first position allocate Honda. I've reassigned the value and printed the new list. Okay. Let me take functions. A few inbuilt functions Python list has. Let me take length of cars. Car is a list, and I'm checking the length of car and print length, because length of the car, length is a functions inside list. Let me go check. Okay, whatever list I have, I want to append some value. Cars.appends. So currently, if you see car is having BMW, Honda, and Audi. Let me append with bench. Okay. Before appending, let me print car here. So if you see last print item, BMW, Honda, and Audi, right? And after appending, I want to print again cars. If you see BMW, Honda, Audi, and bench, it got appended at the last of the list. So bench got added in the last. Okay. So again, now if you check the length of this side, length of the car, So directly let me give inside a print only. Yes, it should give 4, right? 4, because I've added one item, I've appended one item inside list. So now the length of the car is 4. Now my requirement is I don't want to add the item at the last. I want to add at particular locations, either index 1, 2, 3, any places. So for that there is a functions we have in Python, insert. So I want to add insert at first location Jeep, fine, and then let me print cars. So first location it should be BMW, then it should print it Jeep. So if you see BMW, Jeep, Honda, and rest of the item it got incremented. Like second position it moved to Honda, and Audi had moved to third position. Benz has been moved to last. Now I need to find the particular items, right? For examples, I want to find what is the index position for Honda. Okay, I want to print the index position. So it should printed 0, 1, 2. Honda is at second locations. Okay, let me see the output. Yeah, it got printed too. So Honda at which location? So we have seen insert, index, append, length functions. So let me move into some other functions. Let's see how we can remove the data, how we can remove the items from the list. Okay, y equal cars dot. There is a function called pop. So what pop does? It will remove the last item from the list. Let me print y. So our last item of car is bench. That means bench should get, okay, it will print the last item of the bench. Okay, so let me see the check the output. It got printed bench. So from the list we got bench. Now if you print the car, this is my list, right? So bench should be got removed, right? If you see this one, this is the output for um, last output. Okay, when we added the Jeep. So now if we remove the pop out, that means pop has pop method. What does it? Remove the last item from the list. And if after printing this car, you can see bench is not there, not printing, right? So same way, there is another functions now my requirement is instead of last item, I want to remove any particular items from the cars from the list. So there is a functions called remove, and let's see, I want to remove Jeep functions, right? Okay, instead of Jeep there is was typo mistake. It should be G, not N, it should be P. So I'm removing car dot remove Jeep and again printing that. Okay, let's see the let's check the output. So if you see last outputs, so Jeep has been removed from our list. Okay, Jeep has been removed. So these all are the few functions. Apart from that, there is a count functions. Okay, so count functions what does? So I have a list called a equal 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma. Okay, so I have multiple occurrence of 1, multiple occurrence of 2. 1 occurs 2 times, 2 occurs 2 times. So same way again 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So this is my list, right? Okay, this is my list. Not required that you can uh, to align this. So there is a white space around operator, right? So if you remove this, so it will get arranged. You can arrange this one if you want, but not required. Let me do that. Okay, so this is my list. Now I want to count how many times one occurs in this. So a dot count of 1. Okay, let me print this. Okay, uh, 3. So 1 occurs 3, like 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is fine. So now there is another functions called slicing. This is very important functions. So I want to print all the element from the start to end, either from one location, first index to some index, not till end, particular index I want to print. For examples, let me do slicing for A only. A, sorry, A, okay, what it does, 2 and colon. So what it will colon do? So I want to print 0, 1, 2 from second location to end all the value. So what slicing it will print? Let me print, give the check the output. Okay, slicing. Yeah. So it should print from 0, 1, 2 from third 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This it will print till last value from that index, particular index. So if you observe, let me, I have done somewhere typo. Okay, mistake. Yeah, now it should print. What is the mistake? Okay, sorry. Yeah, it got rearranged. Yeah. If you see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, from second locations to till end. Okay. Now let's print. Uh, we have the cards, right? Cards of first to end. So if you see first Honda and Audi, it should get printed, right? Let me print A. Sorry. Let me see print A. Okay. So it printed Honda and Audi because our last output, if you see, is BMW, Honda, and Audi. So first location is a Honda and last location is Audi. Okay. So and there is one more very important functions we have, that is sort. Okay. So let me car dot append. First, let me add one value. Then we'll have multiple values like uh, Audi. Okay, and print cars. And then check the outputs. Yeah, now we have, this is the output for BMW, Honda, Audi, and let me sort this. Cars dot sort. Sort is a functions. Okay, inside list. So print cars. It's, so now it's printed first Audi, then Honda, then BMW, then Honda, alphabetical order. So Audi, BMW, and Honda. We have two audits. So if first it will print all alphabetical order. So 2 times. So Audi is printing. So so guys, if you guys have any questions, You can reach out to me. You can drop me a mail. Yeah, you can put your query into the comment sections. Okay, that's the only thing I want to add here. Yeah, practice as much as possible. So as much as you practice, you will get the query and better learnings. I want to show that. So thanks for attending these sessions. Let's bind up the sessions for today. Thank you. Thanks everyone.